Hey, Clone 606 here. And, well, after Kai vs. Toatahu, we now are going to get Shadow the Hedgehog versus Mewtwo, the ultimate Pokemon. And this is interesting, I'll give it that much, and it's a rematch. And a well-deserved one. So even though this technically is Shadow's fourth time on Death Battle, it's still cool nonetheless. Now, this is decently tricky. Kind of. Well, there's lots of things to say. First, let's talk speed, which Shadow should be faster. Even though Mewtwo, I'm pretty sure, has potential infinite arguments, Shadow is a lot more. And considering he scales to Sonic after generations, he should be around that type of speed of the inaccessible variant, or, faster than time. So that's something. Now let's talk abilities as well. While Shadow, I think, has better abilities, Mewtwo definitely has a larger variety that could trip Shadow up. Sure, some of the mind control stuff wouldn't work, but it also has a lot of other things with removing physical souls. Like removing souls, along with all the other powers that pretty much every other Pokemon has. Considering he can learn basically all of them. Or is that Mew? I'm not sure. Plus he has a Mega Evolution, which would give him even more powers. So, in terms of variety, I'd give it to Mewtwo. But Shadow should have better abilities with Chaos Control abilities. Mainly Chaos Control, to stop time. Mewtwo doesn't have a direct answer to that, while his other abilities won't provide much other than just power. So, with that being said, let's talk about how smart they are in battle. Both are definitely really good fighters. Not to say either one. But I think Shadow's got the edge here in the fact that Mewtwo is basically the strongest. Other than maybe Mew, who plays around anyway. The main point is that Mewtwo doesn't fight things that are nearly on his level most of the time. While Shadow kind of does, considering he fights Sonic a lot. And has fought a lot of things like Metal Sonic. Someone who not only has his abilities, but also is stronger than him. At least when he copies those abilities. So, I'd say Shadow has the edge there as well. Now let's talk about the main thing. Power. Which is not that hard to call. While Mewtwo is strong, he could scale to a lot of things. And the most I could find him at is about a high universal level. And maybe you could argue higher to do the scaling from the godly trio for Pokemon. So maybe you could even get higher than universal. Maybe multiversal, but that's kind of pushing it. But Shadow is someone who on the daily basis scales to Sonic and has fought beings that Sonic fought in the past. While Shadow again is equal to Sonic in most of the time. So in terms of that, he'd at the very least be multiversal, considering he should be around the Time Eater. And he did also fight Solaris. He didn't do it all by himself, but we do know he fought him. Considering he was destroying the past, present, and future, still a pretty big accomplishment. So overall, Mewtwo's high ends Mewtwo's higher ends could get him there, could get him to Shadow's level. But unfortunately, those kind of things are not something Death Battle will probably give him. And even then, Shadow just scales above that. So, as far as I see it right now, I'm giving it to Shadow the Hedgehog. He deserves it. And, bye.